Have you ever been a little intimidated about how to cook a New York strip steak and have it taste absolutely amazing? And women, I'm especially talking to you because I know we tend to be a little grill shy at times. Well, ciao and benvenuto. My name is Liz with Simple Italian Cooking, and I've got a good one for you today. I'm going to show you so much. I'm going to show you not only how to make this amazing New York strip steak, but to do it with a lemon and oregano marinade dressing. And I'm going to show you how to do it mess-free and super easy cleanup using a cast iron skillet on any type of grill that you have. So I'm so excited to have you along. Thanks for watching. Andiamo. When choosing a New York strip steak, you want to make sure that there's enough fat throughout the meat and that there's good marbling, because that's what's going to really make it tender. You want to choose a steak that's about 1 1/4 inches thick because you want to make sure that it's able to sear the steak without overcooking the inside. Let's go ahead and talk about the ingredients. So this is for one steak. If you want to have more than that, then go ahead and double the ingredients. So you're going to need your steak, then you're also going to need some cracked black pepper and salt, and then you're also going to need the fresh lemon for the juice and the oregano. The oregano is fresh, but you can also use about a teaspoon of dried. So the first thing I do is I turn on the gas for my grill. I am using a Razor flat top grill, and I turn the gas on one side up to about a medium-high heat, and then I place my cast iron skillet on it and shut the lid and let it preheat. So one thing that's really important is that the steak is at room temperature. You don't want to take it right out of the fridge and place it on the grill. So once it's at room temperature, go ahead and season it with some cracked black pepper and some salt. You can use regular salt, you can use kosher salt. I'm using pink Himalayan salt, and you want to season both sides. You can also brush a little bit of olive oil on both sides if you want, especially if you're grilling directly on the grates. But since I'm using cast iron, I don't need to use that olive oil. I'm just keeping it really simple. Now let's go ahead and talk about the actual lemon oregano marinade dressing. And I'm calling it a marinade dressing because I really didn't marinate the steak. But you can marinate it in this dressing if you want. I'm not. So what I'm doing is I'm just using a manual juicer to squeeze out the lemon juice, and I'm just using this old antique one that I have. I like it because it's glass. I know there are much easier ones to use, but this is what I'm using. So once I've got the juice all ready, I go ahead and pour it through a strainer that is on top of a measuring cup. That way it catches the seeds, and I don't have to worry about having to pull them out manually. So then I just take the leaves right off of the oregano. If you're using dried, just crush it up. And so with my fresh oregano that I'm growing out in my Italian herb garden, you can check out the video I have here for that. I just go ahead and chop up the oregano leaves really small so that I can really get that flavor. I'm using Italian oregano. I wish I had my Greek oregano because that has a little bit more spice to it, but that's totally fine. Use whatever you have. All right, so take that oregano and add it to the lemon juice and give it a good stir and just let it sit. One thing you'll notice is we're not using any garlic. I don't want to use garlic in this recipe. Totally does not need it. Okay, so I have my chart here that I use for my steaks, and I like to go by this, and it's pretty accurate. So for this, my steak is about 1 1/4, between 1 1/4 and 1 1/2 inches thick, and I like mine medium rare. So that's 6 to 7 minutes on the first side and 5 minutes on the second side. Very easy to remember. So I have here the steak that we just seasoned, and I have my tools here, or my equipment for when the steak is done, and I have the pan that I'll put the steak in along with the juices and the marinade that we're making, and some tongs, and I have this so everything is nice and contained and easy to move around. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, we are looking for a temperature between 425 Fahrenheit and 450. So I am using my laser thermometer, which I will put a link in the description below, my affiliate link. It is so handy and it's really, really helpful. I love using it. So it is up to temperature, so I am going to put the steak in for the first 6 minutes or so. All right, after 6 to 7 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and just turn the steak right over and let it finish cooking for another 5 minutes with the lid covered. Okay, this is the part I love. Let's not forget about the dressing. So a minute before it's done, I go ahead and just pour it right on. It is going to steam and bubble because it's so hot. So what I like to do is just scoop some of the liquid, some of the dressing, and pour it on top of the steak. Any extra dressing that you have, just pour into a glass container, like a measuring cup, something that is going to be okay with all the heat, because we can pour that on also when serving. This looks so beautiful. Okay, so we have the steak. It looks and smells delicious, and I went ahead and rinsed some salad that I have, so I'm just going to put that on my plate, and I have some tomatoes here that I'm just going to slice up, and I like my tomatoes chopped instead of big grape tomatoes. This smells really, really good. I let the steak rest for about 5 minutes, and we'll see how it turned out. So here's a close-up of what it looks like. I love steak. All right, let's go ahead. I'm gonna put it right on top. And I'm gonna take this juices, and I already put a lot of the juices from the pan already on top of the steak, but I'm just going to pour this right over like that. And let's go ahead and see how this looks. Okay, so let's go ahead and cut into this. How good that looks. It's delicious. That's really, really nice. Nice and juicy. And it actually would be more juicy if I had not been using my camera. And here's this side. Of course, I'll cut that off. Don't eat that. So I love making steak this way because of the cast iron skillet. Just keeps all that grease and everything contained. It makes cleanup super, super easy. And so let's go ahead and actually take a taste test. And this actually would have been even juicier or like more rare if I didn't have to like deal with all my camera setup and everything like that. I probably would have, that probably added an extra minute or so onto this, but I'm not complaining because this is really, really good. And of course with the salad, I love meats. I love salad with my meats. This is really tender. It's good. Oh, I love it. I love the juices and the marinade with the salad. It's so good. Very, very good. With the tomato. Delicioso. Good. Very, very good. And the best part is, my husband doesn't like to eat a lot of steak, so I get to eat it all. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have, please give a thumbs up and subscribe so you get more. Check out my free cookbooks below, and my official Italian cookbook, which includes over 50 of my favorite recipes, also found on my blog, and some are exclusive to the book. I want to thank you so much for watching, and until next time, grazie e ciao.